again, as I mentioned, the silent business killer. And what that is almost all businesses, unfortunately, have a product or service that they provide that is at best break even, but in most situations actually is losing them money. Now, the question becomes, I get this often from clients. They'll say, well, Ken, why would I purposely have a product or service that was unprofitable? Well, that's the point of it being a silent business killer, is that you don't realize it's there. Of course, you wouldn't purposely do that. And a lot of that surrounding that silent business killer is the pricing aspect of it. And no, I don't mean just, just increase all your prices. No, I don't mean that. A lot of times, a lot of business owners that are small business owners that are really good at the product or service they provide. So, they're really good at plumbing, or they're really good at whatever it may be. They're not as good sometimes on the business side of things and the financial side of things. So a lot of times I've found, unfortunately, is pricing for some things ends up being kind of on the back of a napkin, for lack of a better term, very informal and not a lot of rigor around it in some situations. And so what happens is, you end up with these products or services, or maybe projects, right? I had this with a client that I started working with, and I'll explain that in a second. But they have these products, and guess what, Hannah? Because these things are priced so low, artificially low and at a loss, guess what happens with those products? They sell a lot of them. So think about that. So the quick example is, let's say you have a product and you charge $100 for it, but the product actually costs you $120 to give to the customer, to land with the customer, the product or service. So for every one of those that you're selling, you're actually losing money. You're running in quicksand. So this is what happens in this scenario, as you can imagine, is you may, for example, be an owner and see that your top line, your revenue, is growing and increasing, but you're losing money, and you're losing more of it. And you're like, gosh, this doesn't make any sense. It's just completely intuitively wrong that my revenue would be going up, but I would be losing money. And that's where, if you have that scenario in any shape or form, in any volume level, you probably have that silent business killer lurking in the background.